US intelligence has discovered that North Korea is building new liquid fuel-powered intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now, the distinction, indicating that these are liquid fuel-powered is important because if they are liquid fuel powered, that means that the weapons need some lead time in order to be deployed. But it still indicates that North Korea is continuing on with developing weaponry that they were supposed to stop developing under this so-called agreement with Trump. Now, the satellite imagery gathered by US intelligence agencies indicate that North Korea is building ballistic missiles at a factory just outside its capital, and that's according to reporting by the Washington Post. North Korea is also working on 1 and possibly 2 liquid-fueled ICBMs at its Sanumdong facility on the outskirts of Pyongyang. So this is now additional evidence indicating that they are continuing on with their programs. And we haven't really heard much from Trump on this, but we have heard a little bit from the fine people at Fox. The same people that were applauding Trump and saying all these great things about him after the summit. Remember, right after the summit, Trump said, quote, "Just landed," this is on Twitter, "a long trip, but everybody can now feel much safer than the day I took office. There is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea. Meeting with Kim Jong Un was an interesting and very positive experience." Okay.
Oh, okay, I gotta say, look, we said it at the time, but now that we know that they're developing missiles, it takes on even more urgency. Only a very stupid person would come out of the first talks where you have nothing concrete in writing and no agreements and no factories taken down, no missile sites taken down, and say there is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea.
Yeah.
Because then you just took away all incentives for them to continue in that process because you already declared the whole thing over. I mean, if you're on the other side of that negotiation, you gotta be thinking, how did we get this lucky? This schmuck says, and now it's his ass on the line, his political ass on the line, and so he has to back us up if we continue to make nukes, because he already said that it was already done.
Right.
So it is such a terrible negotiation strategy. Art of the deal, strategy. Are you kidding me?
There's no strategy.
Yes,
anyway.
So dumb.
So this is so bad that even Fox News had to admit it. Take a look.
North Korea could be working to build new missiles, despite its pledge to denuclearize. The Washington Post reports US spy agencies are seeing signs that the rogue regime is working on up to 2 missiles capable of hitting the United States. This satellite photo reportedly shows production at a missile facility. Not great. Steve, down to you.
Wonder who at the spy agencies is talking to the Washington Post.
So that was Ducey. I love how Ducey's only takeaway from that was, oh, I wonder why the intelligence community is talking to Washington Post. Really? That's your commentary on this story? Amazing.
Yeah. So for all the, I don't know if they're bots or whatever they are, because I tweeted about this earlier today, right? At Cenk Uygur, good luck spelling it. And of course, people pour in. They're like, "Oh, so you just want war with North Korea?" All right. So for the billionth time, of course we don't want war. In fact, we supported Donald Trump going to talk to Kim Jong Un without preconditions more than any other show. Where the mainstream is like, well, I don't know, he's celebrating a dictator. We're like, screw it, go talk to him. Who cares? I don't want preconditions. I want dialogue which leads to peace. That doesn't mean that I have to agree that he had a great result.
Right.
I wish he had a great result. I was rooting for a great result because I don't want war. The North Korea is deeply unstable. The very, very last thing I want is a war with North Korea. But you can't come out of the negotiations and say, I did it, yeah, when you didn't do a goddamn thing. That makes war more likely, not less likely, because now Fox News is even embarrassing you. So now God knows what the orange buffoon is gonna do in retaliation. No, that's why you should be careful and actually use diplomats who are smart, unlike your dumbass. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.